don't have anything fun or witty. Normally I have something
Um,
like a rise and shine. I have nothing.
you just do that so well.
I
Like
appreciate that.
that, like it's that
Rise and shine.
yeah.
Period.
Good evening, guys.
Hello.
Wow, we're so happy to be back with you. I did have to cancel on Brittany last night unexpectedly.
Hey, things happen,
I
but
felt ill.
that honestly, yesterday, Sophia, I'm not gonna lie to you. Yesterday,
What?
I was sitting on the couch and I was like, I was so comfy. I had a headache. I was tired. I was like, I really don't feel like recording tonight.
Okay, so
I'm not gonna front. But of course I was not gonna cancel. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna see it through. I put on a happy face. Everything will be fine. And then you texted me and I went, yes! Just like the slight,
yeah.
like the,
Oh, yes.
thank God. Just
No.
I needed to go to bed early. I went to bed early.
There you go.
I just needed some sleep. And now
Yeah.
I'm here bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and ready to record.
I love it. That's perfect. Okay, I don't feel as bad because it was like last minute. I
Yeah.
walked into my bathroom. I was like, "Why is my face breaking out?" I had like splotchy, like redness on my forehead, my cheeks. I was like hot. I was feverish. Yeah, I think I had like a mini round of food poisoning, like story of my life. I feel like I've said that so many times. People probably think I'm faking. Like people are
Right.
probably like, "Okay, Sophia." Um, But it's for real, unfortunately. But I'm much better today. So I treated myself to Chick-fil-A chicken noodle soup. Have you
Oh,
ever had that?
yum.
It's
Yes.
so good. It was my first time having like their chicken noodle soup.
Ooh, good.
Slurped it down. I got the
Slurped
bowl,
it
baby. It was
down.
so
So
good.
good.
But yeah, I had to do a little cancellation, so I'm sorry.
That's
But
okay.
was today better for you? Did you work
It
today?
was. I did work today. However, it was just like I felt like I finally got a good night's sleep.
Oh, good.
Like I woke
Yeah.
up before my alarm went off. I
Oh,
was like,
yes. That's
okay,
the sign of a true good night's
yes.
sleep.
And it was like 5 minutes before the alarm was supposed to go off. So I was like, okay, I'm not mad about it.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, like we're good to go. So I definitely got a good night's sleep. I had my coffee. Everything was hunky dory.
Yay, good for you.
Do you know what else would be incredibly hunky dory?
Oh, please tell me.
For you all to follow us on Instagram.
And subscribe to our YouTube.
Why did I say it like that? Instagram. Am I okay? Instagram.
Can we hit an instant replay of
Yeah.
that?
Rewind noise. No, but yeah, follow us on Instagram, subscribe to our YouTube, TikTok. If and when it goes away, we have a
Dude,
couple. I don't want to talk about it.
can I just say, like, don't text, do not text your friends who do TikTok and say, like, what are you gonna do when TikTok gets banned? Like, did you text me that?
I did.
Oh,
Yes.
you texted me that.
I did. I was like, "Hey, girl." I was like, "No,
Oh,
I think I said, what are we gonna do?"
yes. No, that I
Yeah.
wasn't thinking of that. My high school friend Taylor, who you've met,
Mm-hmm.
texted me last night. First off, I'm already feeling like crap. I'm like in my bed, like
Oh,
shivering, like let me
yeah.
just go to sleep. Text from her. She's like, "Girl, what are you gonna do on TikTok?" I'm like, I don't know. I
Right.
don't know. No one knows. I have a gut feeling that's not gonna get banned.
Right.
I just like am very naive like that.
Well,
Surely nothing bad is gonna happen.
I've
Type
been
beat.
kind of keeping up a little bit with
Oh,
it. Cause I mean, there's like the people that are like the news forward or like
yeah.
newsy type of people, and it's been popping up on my For You page. Supposedly, on the 10th, January 10th, the Supreme Court agreed to like hear the argument, like basically like a hear me out kind of
Mm,
thing from like the TikTok side. So the Supreme Court agreed to the hear me out
okay.
kind of thing. So they're hearing some like last minute arguments.
I love that.
Cause
Did
like,
you
no, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say, did you see the viral video that is there was a girl I follow her, Isabel Graf.
Mm-hmm.
She made a video just basically being like, "Are you serious? Like our government is such a joke. Like they're gonna ban TikTok and do this, and while we have like drones flying around and no one knows where they're from, and they're so freaking worried about
Literally.
TikTok." Yeah, she made this video, and by the time I saw it, it had like 500,000 likes,
Mm-hmm.
okay? And I follow her. So like her stuff pops up. So like it was going mad viral. She made an update today. She was like, "Guys, this is why you should just like post your random thoughts and do whatever. She's like, that video got so much traction. It got into the eyes of like the right people. And she was like, I have a really important meeting coming up with like some really official people to
Okay.
talk about. I know. I'm like, okay. Like, who are these? Like, it's got to be government.
It has to. What like the only thing that I can think of is like they're probably just gonna like get her comments or like maybe
Yes.
be like, hey, like take a little video clip of being of like so we can show the Supreme Court or like whoever as to why like TikTok should be around.
Yeah.
And people are like, it's not, and people's argument, I mean the government's argument is just like completely false. You know what I mean?
I
Just
thought it
like
was because they just don't want China like spying on
it's
us.
the freaking they think that it's because they say that it's run by China and that the China has access to our data when it was literally proven that Meta, the dude Zuckerberg that does like
Uh-huh.
Facebook, Instagram, whatever, it was proven that our data when it like for everything first started was being sold to different into like different companies and things.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, so it was literally proven that that was happening, right? But
Yeah.
then TikTok spent millions of dollars. Did you hear about Project Texas?
No.
Like, okay, I because when this whole like when the first threat happened and the CEO of TikTok like sat in front of whoever, I can't remember who
Yes.
they sat in front of, but he sat in front of like a bunch of people and like answering questions. They are doing Project Texas and it's a headquarters in the United States that harbors all of our data.
Oh, thank you.
It is an extra security blanket, pretty much. It's an extra security blanket for all of our data, and on top of that, it's the safest social media platform for children.
Okay.
Because like if you because recently a friend of mine she wanted to make a TikTok channel for her dog.
Yeah.
She's just like, you know what? She's like, Brittany, I need to pay these bills. She's like, I want to make a TikTok account for my dog. I said, girl, go ahead. I was like, you can promote a TikTok shop, little accessories for your dog. You could do the cute little
Yeah.
voiceovers with that funny little thing, whatever. So she made an email address. But when she made the email address, she didn't put her birthday in the email. So when she used that email address to make the TikTok account, it immediately assumed that they were a child, that she was a
Oh.
kid. So when she was FaceTiming me, she's like, Brittany, I don't know what I did. And I was like trying to help her. And she shared her screen with me. And you could just see how different it is when TikTok
Oh.
thinks that you're a child. When they say child, they're saying like as old as like 16, 17. They consider 18. Once you're 18, you're an adult and you can see like the algorithm
Uh-huh.
that everybody else sees. But until then, and the parents have access to like customized security things, so like they
Mm.
can go in and like really monitor their children and what they're watching, if they want their own TikTok account, what they're posting, things like that. So it's like, there's so many precautions
Mm-hmm.
that are happening, and it's been like and so when the government's thing is like, oh, it's a Chinese app, it's like technically I guess you can say it is, but it's not, it's definitely not a US app, but it's like they want to ban people who hee hee and ha ha make recipes and dance videos. Like seriously?
Yeah, they're villainizing it.
Yes.
100%. I've been seeing TikTok commercials randomly. Have you?
No.
I've been mostly watching Peacock is where I've seen them,
Mm.
but it's like a 45 second, it's like a year recap and it's
Oh,
Charlie
cute.
XCX, the Apple song is in the background. It's like
Oh yeah.
this year on TikTok, like we got people back into bookstores and then it's like shows some videos of girlies recommending like rom-com books or whatever. And it's like,
Cute.
and we got bakers doing this and then people doing, so it like shows all whatever and then it has the people doing the Apple dance and just like kind of like a highlights reel. And it didn't say at the end like vote not to ban TikTok or whatever. It just does a little bloom dink and then like the TikTok logo.
Right.
So I think they're just like subtly like putting it out there, like look at all the good and like look at all the good bits and
Right.
happiness and community that people can find.
Right. It's like they're trying to say like, oh, if you sell it to a US buyer,
Yeah,
then
that's that was
and
I
I'm
thought that was
like,
like the ultimatum.
right, and pay pretty much, and then but if you think about it, it's like American users only take up a certain percentage of
Right.
all of the users on the app. So it's like, why would they do that? That doesn't make any sense. We
Yeah.
only take up like a small percentage of like the 100%. So it's like that doesn't make it doesn't make any sense why they would, you know?
Yeah, it
So
is.
it's strictly against the First Amendment. Like that's just not to get all like America, but you know what I mean? It's like but that's pretty much what it is.
It
It's
is.
a freedom of speech thing. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, no, it absolutely is. And I think it would be doing a disservice to millions and millions of Americans who like have businesses on the app.
Mm-hmm.
It's also great exposure for so many people. Like, hello, the
Yeah.
last election, both sides posted so much on
Mm-hmm.
TikTok and used it so much. So I hope that that is also taken into account because it's like all of these government people, like, they all have accounts. People, I mean, like,
Right?
hello,
That's
like,
the thing that's insane is like literally so many people in government and so many people in the Supreme Court, they have TikTok accounts. So I'm like, that's and then my mind immediately, because they're all geriatric, my immediate thought is, do you not have grandchildren?
seriously.
Are your grandchildren not calling you and being like, Grandma, Grandpa, what the F are you doing? You're gonna ban TikTok? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Like there's so many other things, like priorities that need to be expedited.
The drones,
The freaking
okay?
I honestly did not even hear about the drones until recently.
Me
Are
too.
they
Like,
like in Jersey? Like what's happening?
there's some in Jersey. There's been sightings in other states as well, but the insane part to me is like they're the size of like SUVs. Like they are massive.
Gee, I haven't seen any videos. I need to look it up.
Well, in the sky, they look so small, but like they're all the headlines are like SUV sized drone or like football field
Gee,
sized drone. Like they
jeez.
are humongo. So airspace, like do like isn't there like monitorization? Like people are not
Right.
monitoring like the airspace. Like how do you just not know?
What does the
And
Air Force do?
seriously, and
Where's
those
where's
people in that tower at the
someone
airport,
call the Air Force? Like,
seriously, come on,
come
National
on,
Guard or
y'all.
something.
Literally.
I literally saw a representative on his TikTok account being like, I just got out of the meeting of the briefing of the drones. And he was like, it was such a joke. They gave us absolutely nothing. They don't know anything. They have no answers, no reasoning. It's like, what? And I also saw some videos on TikTok, if you would believe it, of like
No.
inside of the session that they had, like the speaker asking this person, get back and forth. I don't have any information on that. I can't say anything or whatever. I'm like, what?
I'm like people are I feel like the United States is just like one big Black Mirror episode.
Definitely the past few years. Like it's
Like
been ever since COVID, dude.
I'm telling you, not to sound like a conspiracy theorist, but literally everything after COVID has just
Sucks.
gone down. People don't that perfect leeway into the
Oh,
first
please.
conversation topic. People are dense.
Mm.
I told Sophia before we started recording. I said one thing because we kind of like we always have a debrief. We've been talking since 8:45.
Yeah, we've already been chatting for an hour.
We have chatted
Sorry.
for about an hour. Don't apologize. We've just been yipping.
No, to
We've
them
been.
because they
Oh,
don't get
okay.
to
I
hear
was like,
it.
don't apologize to me. You know, I love to yap. So, and I said I was like, one of the things that I want to talk about is going to be a little bit mean, but some people are dense. I'm not sorry about it. I just like a couple of examples. I was scrolling on TikTok today. No hate to this girl because only a little bit because of the fact that it's like everybody
I'm gonna
learns.
cut that. I gotta cut that. I'm writing this down.
Oh, I was like, what?
No, I just scroll only a little bit.
Only a little bit. So everybody learns something for the first time at some point in their life.
Yes.
Everybody learns how to tie their shoes. Everyone learns how to brush their hair, etc., etc. This girl posted I saw a video today on my For You page, and she said, I was today years old, or like, I just found out today that you're supposed to cook chicken all the way through.
What?
She said, she's like, chicken's not like steak. You have to like cook it all the way through.
It wasn't rage bait.
No. No. Because I went to her account and she's got like a couple hundred followers, if that. So if it was one of those accounts that had like 500,000 plus, and they're like, and I go in there
Dude.
and it's like those two people that like the cooking people or whatever
Josh and Mama.
yes, that you told me about. That's when I'm like, okay, it's obviously rage bait. They're obviously doing it for the views. No, she's just like she's just like, I didn't know that you had to cook chicken all the way through.
How is she still living, breathing, and with
Everybody,
us?
literally, and everybody in the comments was like, babe, Like they were like, I fear this is an original experience.
For
Like
once.
like an actual original experience. So yeah. So there's that. And then on top of that, I almost got ran over twice yesterday. Like
What?
wholeheartedly almost got ran over.
Oh my gosh.
Straight up
In
hit by a
one day,
car.
twice?
In one freaking day.
Girl.
Because of people not knowing, not paying attention while they're behind the wheel. Like, it's just literally every part of my annoyance of every day is either people with when I'm behind the wheel and other people just don't understand or know how to drive,
Mm-hmm.
or it's just like when I just observe people in everyday life. So I was walking in the parking lot, and normally, I'm crossing the road. I see this car approaching, but I have plenty of time to cross the street, right? And they have plenty of time to slow down. She was not slowing down.
Mm.
And eventually, because she wasn't looking straight ahead, she was looking this way as she was driving. And I just was looking, and I was like, is this woman, I had to put a little pep in my step. I was like, is this woman going to stop? Eventually, she looked and saw me and slowed down. And I went, I almost pulled out, I'm walking here. You know what I mean? Like, what is happening right now? And then a few hours later, I'm I get out of my car. I'm walking. There's no cars coming. I'm walking across the street. Next thing you know, this woman comes barreling around the corner out of nowhere. Again, looking anywhere but straight. And I had to like go up forward a little bit. And when she turned
Dang.
around and looked at me, and I was like, "Hello, hi, I'm a pedestrian crossing the street here."
That's crazy.
I'm telling you.
People in parking lots, like people who fly down the rows, like you know what I'm talking about, like when it's
Yes,
and they are just flying down it. I'm like, you are so brave. Like
literally,
what? Like if you hit someone, your life is changed forever.
for sure.
Like that's one of my biggest fears is hitting
Right,
someone.
right.
Like oh my gosh, like what do you do? Like where do you go from there?
Oh, I know.
Does no one care about that? They've 80 miles an hour straight down the middle of the parking lot.
I was driving down the road. I was driving down the interstate, and there was this person, like they kept just braking every 2 seconds, and I was like, "What is happening right now?" Dude was like this in his car,
Oh my.
not even trying, not even like the phone down, like like hand on the wheel, like phone, like hand down, whatever. He was straight up like this,
Uh-uh.
driving down the road. I'm like,
Uh-uh.
and of course he was in a cybertruck, obviously.
Oh my God.
Which made it even better. The amount of Cybertrucks that I've seen this week is kind of insane.
And they're all are all the ones hideous that you see?
They're all so literally. I make it a point to drive up next to them, and I make it a point. I make it my personal mission to drive up next to them, and I always go like this every time. They need to know. They need to know that they're driving a glorified toaster
Oh my gosh.
that is put together with crazy glue in a dream. That's what, or Gorilla Glue in a dream. That's what it's put
Girly
together
glue.
with.
That is
It
so
is.
funny. You just give 'em-
Every time I'm like,
That's funny because I don't look at them because I'm like I'm not like giving them the satisfaction. It's like I have the same reaction when I see one. I'm like I have to do something about this. Like I need
yes,
to let them know that I hate. I'm like
like,
now I'm gonna
ew.
start giving them the stink eye. That's such a good idea.
You have to just make sure you make eye contact with them and just go.
Ugh.
The more expressive, the better.
I have seen a gold one, a like gold mirror gold, like
Oh,
Versace
sick.
gold,
Period.
a red camo one, and a green one, like lime green,
Oh, never mind.
and it was like it had like some sort of like texture on it. Yeah. Uh, it's just beyond me.
The
There,
only
okay.
I've seen a black matte one.
Okay.
I see the silver everywhere.
Yeah.
And then recently I
Basic.
saw like a forest green one.
I guess that's like not as bad, but
No.
the red camo was parked outside of the Hot Works that I go to.
That's intense.
I definitely took a picture. Like I had to. That is such an
Right?
eyesore. I always laugh thinking about the fact that the kids that I babysit, their dad has a Cybertruck. And I have known his name's Matt. I've known Matt for years. He used to live
Daggone it.
next door to us in Alabama. when him and his wife had their kids, like even I have been babysitting them since they were 0
Cute.
days old.
Cute.
So I walk up to their house one day to babysit, and there's a Cybertruck in the driveway. Like they had just come out at this point, so I was kind of like, okay, like this is like the first one I'm seeing. And I walk in, I'm like, what's like whose Cybertruck is that? He's like, oh, it's mine. I'm like, oh, do you like rent it? And he's like, oh no, I bought it. And I'm like, oh. He's like, yeah, I've been waiting for this. He's like, I've been on the list. He literally, while his son was being born in the hospital, was like signing up, signing up for the wait list. Like 4 years ago. The kid's like 4 years old at this point. His wife was like, oh yeah, he's been waiting on that thing forever. I'm like, oh my dear Lord. And it's so funny because I thought it was a joke when I saw him. But then, like, these kids are growing up in a Cybertruck. Like, they fully, like, when they go to family dinner, they hop in the Cybertruck. Like, the kids have no idea the lore of it all. They're just, their car seats are in the Cybertruck.
They probably say Sigma too.
They're very young.
It's gonna be their first word is Sigma.
It's just so hilarious to me that they all like pile in the Cybertruck to go to Hibachi.
Sometimes,
I can't.
sometimes we listen and we do judge.
We do. We do.
So
My little brother told me he's like my dream car.
don't.
My dream car is a Tesla. And I guess not as bad as a
Oh,
Cybertruck. But
oh,
I was like,
okay.
why? He's
Right.
like, it just is. I don't know. I just like I've always wanted a Tesla. I'm like, I don't know. I don't. Maybe I'm judging.
I feel like that's a very like YouTuber first big purchase.
Exactly. And
Is
all
a
of his
Tesla.
friends have Teslas. All of his little YouTuber Ian. And I didn't
Of
want to say it. I didn't want to be like,
course.
Ian, you only want to do it because blank wants to, because they have a Tesla. And they have a
Yeah.
Tesla. And all of them drive Teslas. I'm like,
Yeah, that checks out.
yeah.
bless his
It
heart.
is so, you're so right. That is like YouTube core
Yes, like when
Tesla.
you first like David Dobrik did it, like everybody in LA's got a freaking Tesla.
Everyone who like makes it big goes and gets a Tesla. Like
Yes.
I've seen so many influencers, they move to LA. Yeah.
Yep.
Whatever. Their journey, not mine.
Right? Hey,
I'm
that's
very
fine.
vocal about my opinion of cars. Like a Jeep truck, hideous to me. I can't even.
It's just the design is just god awful. It's so bad. It's so bad.
Yeah,
Cybertruck is
no.
worse, but Jeep truck is definitely up there.
Yeah,
Quite literally awful,
so bad. All right. Well, now that we got that out of the way.
right? Don't be dense.
Yeah, wait, that's what it stemmed from. Okay, that girl, God love her.
Bless her heart.
I cannot even imagine having not known that for all these years.
Right? Like, my love, just great day.
Okay,
I wish
what
her nothing
else?
but the best.
Do you think like how many comments did it have when you saw it?
Oh, it had thousands
Oh, okay.
of people being like, girl,
So she gonna learn today.
yeah. Like, babe, really? Like,
Yeah.
are you serious? Kind of thing.
Yeah. I like a video of mine popped off a little bit on my second account, and I
Slay.
was basically just like saying a statement or like a thought that I had about a reality show. I was like, oh my God, I can't wait for Taylor and Russell to like break up. Like, surely she's gonna leave him at the curb and like divorce him, whatever. Turns out their storyline is like the most traumatic storyline of like the entire Real Housewives season, and like he literally ends up killing himself. Spoiler
Oh,
alert.
sick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which Real Housewives?
Beverly Hills.
Beverly, I watched that.
Oh, did you?
Taylor.
Season two.
I'm gonna look it up. Because
Yeah.
I have vivid memories of me watching this with my mother.
Oh, okay. I think Taylor's gorge. She has a lip implant, which I'm like, I don't Google anything while I'm watching, but I can't wait to Google it afterwards because like I gotta see what her lips look like before because they don't look super bad to me, but doesn't have filler. I'm like, what? An
I
implant?
do
Like,
remember
you remember them?
this. Mm-hmm. Okay, I did not remember Taylor at first, but
Yeah.
I do remember her now. She has like the really bad ugly cry face. That sounds
Poor
so mean.
Taylor.
That sounds
Well,
so mean. Bless her
she
heart.
like goes through it,
Oh, for
okay?
sure.
So of
Yeah.
course all the comments are like, girl, like, oh no, she doesn't know. She like, oh gosh, who's gonna tell her type beat. Like people are just
Mm.
okay. Then there's some comments like, wow, if you know what happened and you still posted this, like you're sick. Or wow, y'all can't tell that she's already seen it. Or like, wow, you're really gonna regret this or whatever. I'm like, do y'all have trust issues that bad that like you
Honestly.
can't just I don't know. I can never imagine thinking that someone was like doing that because just people on the internet are insane to me. Moral of the
Agreed.
story.
Agreed. They take one thing and they run with it.
Run. Run.
They twist it and turn it and then this, that, and the third.
Yeah, but it's honestly been so fun like doing videos about the Real Housewives and like talking to people in the comments and like just reaching that side of
Yeah,
the
the side of
internet
the
is fun.
algorithm.
Yes, I know. It's really fun.
I
So
love that.
it's been an unhealthy binge. I've watched like 3 seasons of reality TV in like the past week.
Honestly, that's okay
But
though.
yes, exactly it is because it makes me happy.
That's me with Desperate Housewives right now.
Oh, you're still in it.
I am I'm on season 6. No, 7. I'm on season 7.
Oh my gosh,
And
I love
there's
it.
8 seasons.
What are you gonna do
I
after?
don't know because my heart is hurting thinking about it. I wish that they made Desperate Housewives style TV again.
Yeah.
Like every episode is something different. Every episode ends on a cliffhanger. There's a narrator.
Yes,
There's
I love that.
there's like 22 to 23 episodes a season and it's like I could not even imagine watching it live like when it came out on live
Mm.
TV and having to wait because every episode when it ends I'm like I have to watch another one. And the next thing you know it's 2 in the morning and I'm like eyes are bloodshot. I'm like I got to go to sleep. You know?
Yeah.
I'm like, daggone, dude. They do such a good freaking job with reality TV. I'm telling you.
It is really good. And especially just anything from that era, the way
Yes.
that they filmed it is like there's
Iconic.
yeah. Um, there's a really good show on Netflix right now that I think you would like. It's
Okay.
called No Good Deed. It has Phoebe from Friends in it,
Cute.
and it has, you ever seen Everybody Loves Raymond?
Yes.
It has Raymond in it.
Oh, cool.
And then some other guy, but I can't think of his name. But it's one of those things where it's like 4 different people or like 4 different couples or whatever, and their stories all like intertwine more and more like throughout the
Okay.
entire. And it's like a mystery type thing, but yeah, it's really good. Highly recommend. It just came out on
Good to
Netflix.
know, because I'm going to be lost without Desperate Housewives.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Are you like one of those people like you watch it in the shower, in the bathroom, in the kitchen, like on your phone?
No. I do
Oh.
watch it. I watch it when I'm getting ready in the morning.
Oh, cute.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then, like, like, definitely when I'm getting ready.
Hmm.
And like but that's all I think about. Like I'm at work and I'm like, oh my god, I cannot wait to get home and sit on the couch and watch Desperate Housewives. Like, I cannot wait.
Such a good
But then
feeling.
I sometimes I have to not watch it in the morning because I will catch myself like beauty blender here, just like watching it instead of like actually putting the makeup on my face. And the next thing you know, I've gone through 2 episodes and I'm like, oh my god, like I've got to go. Like I gotta leave for work. So lately I've been not watching it in the morning.
Yeah. Got to cut yourself off a little bit, make yourself miss it.
Yeah, that's what I did for a few days. I was like, I'm gonna get home. I was like, I'm gonna read for a few days. I read a book and I was like, okay, we're
Mm,
good.
okay.
So I know, but
Look at you.
have you been down any TikTok rabbit holes lately?
Yes, I think I have one written down. Have you?
Give it to me.
Wait, what was it? Oh, okay. You know the angel tree. You know what the angel tree is, right?
Yes,
Wait, have you seen that?
I think I
Is
know
that
what
what
you're
you
talking
want to
about.
talk about?
No,
Oh,
I think I know what you're talking about though.
so this girl, she's a sweet, cute girl. She's like 27 years old. She's like, oh, I'm
Hmm.
running late for work, but like I have to drop off my angel tree. Like, this is what I got. And she did a little haul. If you don't know what an angel tree is, it's part of the Salvation Army. They put kids' names on a Christmas tree. You can go into like your local Walmart, your Kroger, whatever, and you like pick their name off the tree, and it has a list of items that they want, and you buy them and return it to them so they can deliver it to them on Christmas. So this girl gets a little girl named like Ivana or something, and the girl, it has a need and a want. So her need is clothes, and then her want is like a Stanley, a spray
Cute.
ground,
A
and
what?
pho. Spray ground. Like spray and then ground. That just yeah, what do you think that is? That's let me start with that. What do you think that is?
That's why I said what, because I was, because my mind went to like, is that something else that I don't know? Like
Yeah.
I literally have no idea.
Okay, turns out it's an expensive backpack. The girl, she was like, "We live in Florida." Like I thought it was some sort of like water play, like like play in the
Yeah.
yard type thing, whatever.
Oh, that would have been, that's, yeah.
Yeah, so she's like picking the name off the tree and then she like takes it home and goes and gets the gift or whatever. So she's now having to defend herself because she didn't get the girl the spray ground backpack because it's like
Oh,
$150.
good Lord, I'm looking it up.
Oh yeah. I took some picture or I screenshotted some stuff so we could show the YouTube people, but like this is a spray ground backpack. Does that
Interesting.
look kind of familiar to you?
It does.
I feel like I've seen it's like a shark thing and then
Yes.
they do a bunch of like colorful like comic stuff or whatever.
Okay.
But
I see.
mostly like the shark bite mouth.
That's insane.
Okay, yeah. So the girl asked for that and she asked for a Stanley. So Miss Shay, I think her name is Shay J is her username. She does her haul. She like gets her like three full outfits plus like a Christmas PJ set plus a pair of shoes and like another shirt, another cute blouse. And then she gets her the Stanley, but it's one of like the kids Stanleys. Like it
Mm.
has like the flippable straw that like closes
Oh,
and it
okay.
has like the handle that you hold like this as
I know
opposed to
exactly what you're
yeah.
talking about. Right.
She's like, I got her like a pink one of this because I figured like she has to go to school and stuff like that. She can use it for her lunches. She goes and gets her a different backpack on Amazon that's still very cool. It has like little crisscross on it, little bows, some like cute accessories are on it. So it's not just something plain. She said
Mm-hmm.
this looks similar to the backpack she wanted. And then the pho, like PHO, like the Thai, or not Thai food,
Yeah.
like Vietnamese
Vietnamese.
food.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like, didn't
How do
understand what that was
you,
about.
right, like, how do
she's
you get,
like, she's like, I can't like get her a gift card because I don't know where she lives. Like, I can't get her,
right.
like whatever. She's like, I don't know what her kitchen looks like. So she ended up just getting her like kind of ramen packs that are like pho flavored.
Yeah.
People have lost their mind that she didn't get her number one, a 32-ounce Stanley. Okay.
She's a child.
And she didn't get her the backpack. And so I watched her video and I was like, okay, that's cute. And then I scrolled and the next video was this lady reacting and she's like, I was an angel tree kid and like let me tell you like when we put those things down on the list it's cuz like we really want them and like for her to like kind of go against what this kid wanted, blah blah blah. And the comments are agreeing. It's like, girl, if she asks for a Stanley, just get her the full size Stanley. Like, if you can't afford the bigger one, don't do Angel Tree. Like, if you don't want to get a spray ground backpack, then like, don't take her ticket. Just like thinking the worst thoughts,
Honestly.
not seeing the picture clearly for what it is. Of like, she also says she's like, I'm on a single household income. I'm 27 years old. Like,
Right.
I'm not going out here to like ball out and buy her a $150 backpack. Like, that wasn't my intention. I think they recommend you spend like about $75 on an angel tree,
Right.
like total. So she's like having to defend herself. And I'm like, is this really what we've come to?
That's
Y'all
crazy.
are honestly thinking that she has done a child dirty by not getting them the full size Stanley. By the way, it has a need and a want list. So like
Yeah.
she got her everything she needed.
Right.
All these other things were wants. I was like, oh, the internet is broken. Like this is
That's
it's such
nuts.
an insane thought, right?
Like, imagine somebody going and like picking and choosing which angel to take off the tree and seeing it and being like, "Oh, that's too expensive. Put it back." It's like that's nuts. Like, I don't know. I hate that.
It's
I genuinely hate that.
I don't even know the word for it. Like it's not selfish. It's just like out of touch. It's just so
Yes.
out of touch. Like, are you kidding me? Like, you know that this child is going to be grateful for whatever they get, and you're making a
Yes.
problem out of it just to appease yourself. Like, this is unnecessary drama. Like,
Exactly.
don't tell this girl, well, you shouldn't do the angel tree if you can't afford it, and blah blah blah. Like, have we forgot the meaning of Christmas? Like,
Hello?
hello.
I feel bad asking for something that's over like $45-50. I like sweat. I'm like, oh
Yes.
god, I'm like I asked my dad for a bottle of perfume and I was like, if that's the only thing you get me, like we're chilling.
Yeah.
I was like, we're good. Like I just like I can't.
No, it's it is unbelievable to me. It's like, okay, maybe you can get your kids whatever you want to get them, but like not everyone can. And this girl is doing this out of the kindness of her heart. Like she doesn't have to
Yes.
do it at the end of the day.
Jeez
Hot
Louise.
take, but like the worst take ever. I was so shocked.
Literally.
It was one of those videos where I'm like, how could anyone find anything wrong with this? It
Honestly.
takes a special person.
Phew.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So I found that rabbit hole this morning.
I haven't seen that.
Maybe it'll pop up. I don't
I
know.
hope so, because
I
I kind of
went
want to get involved.
want to get involved.
I'm not getting
Afterwards,
involved,
I
but
saw that. I was like, I need to go do an angel tree. So I like went to Walmart and I walked in and I was like, hey, like, do you guys have the angel tree? And the girl says, angel tree. I said, okay. She's like, yeah, sorry, I don't know what that is. It's like, okay, great.
daggone.
I know. So then I look around. I called like three other Walmarts and I said, hi, do you guys have the angel tree at this location? They all had no idea what I was talking about.
Come on, Georgia.
I know. Isn't that like, is it just me or when I grew up, like, didn't every place, every
Every
Walmart?
Walmart had a random Christmas tree in the middle of the store next to the customer service where you can go up and just grab a little piece of paper.
Yes, that's what I thought. It was so weird.
Daggone.
And then I looked and I was like far too late. They definitely closed the angel tree like drop offs by like December 15th.
Oh,
It's literally the
that
19th.
makes sense then.
Yeah. So, that was my bad. I'll just have to do better next year. But I was like, y'all don't know what the angel tree is? Please don't make me like, is this Mandela effect?
Right? Like, please don't do this to me.
Yeah, so that was a terrible TikTok rabbit hole for this morning.
I have one.
Please tell.
Okay. Have you seen the video? This girl has like less than 10,000 followers. So like this is a very like niche rabbit hole that I went down. But
Okay.
it was one of those like it wasn't really a rabbit hole. It was like I saw the video, I saw the person that like she called out, I saw their response, and then the algorithm brought me back to the update today, which is
Ooh, I
what
love it.
reminded me of it. Okay, so there's this girl. She have you ever heard of I think oh my god, that's so funny. Remember the feather tops that we bought?
Yeah.
Did we buy it from like 12th Tribe?
Yeah.
Okay, this girl, she ordered. Apparently, 12th Tribe has a mystery bag that you can buy. And what you can do is you can send them like a couple screenshots of things from their website and being like, this is my wish list. Like, this is my style. And you can send them like, hey, this is my style. This is my aesthetic. Like, I don't like this, but I like this. Things like that. Like, I like these fabrics. I don't like these fabrics. Things like that. And then what they do is they compile a mystery bag and give you like 4 or 5 things from their website, basically like a curated style bag for you.
Cute.
So this girl, she posted like like a haul of my 12th Tribe like mystery bag, and every single item of clothing in that bag was horrific. It was like it was giving like Forever 21 clearance. You know what I mean?
No.
It was like everything in that bag was just like sequined, sparkly, and she was like, I specifically put no sparkles like in the description. Like one shirt was like a sequined button up top, but it was like I think the collar was black and it was like rainbow like glitter sparkles all over it. And like it was, have you ever seen those tops? Okay, I have another niche memory. Do you remember those like silver and gold purses that were like the sequins were like that big on
Yes.
them? Imagine that, but a top.
Okay.
And it was like silver. You know, if you didn't wear a bra underneath, like one gust of wind and your tits are out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like it was very much like it. You would have to wear something underneath of it.
Just
She
not
like
practical.
every item of clothing she held up, she was like, "What happened here?" Like, and then everybody in the comment, like, it got 8 million views. Everyone in the comments is like 12th Tribe, like you messed up, like you did this girl so dirty. And then I went to 12th Tribe's TikTok account, and every video is like 10 likes but like 1,500 comments of people being like, send that girl another mystery bag, like send that girl another mystery box, y'all did her so dirty, yada yada yada, whatever. So then they responded. They made like a whole video. It was literally just like, it was like a statement or whatever. It was like a they basically like typed it up on a Word document, took a screenshot and posted it to TikTok. But I mean the response was cool. The response was like, "Hey, like we're so sorry. We got something mixed up." I think that was like another person's mystery bag or something. They're like, "We were so sorry. Like that was completely our fault." Like they owned up to it, and everybody in the comments was like, "Oh, like good for you for owning up to it. Like good for you for actually like taking accountability and not gaslighting, whatever." So, today, and then I completely forgot about it. I just kept scrolling and I was like, "Oh, that's cool. Like they're going to send her another bag." The
Right.
algorithm blessed me with an update
I love
today.
it.
She made a video and she was like, "Here's my updated like, oh, I got my new mystery bag." It was just as bad.
What?
There was no like glitter or sparkles in it. Literally out of everything on that girl's wish list, she got one item.
Oh my
Because somebody made
gosh.
a comment and was like, you can see the joy in every single thing she opened. You can see the joy. She was just, you could tell that when she was doing the whole, she was like, "Oh, like, and I got this skirt, like, so cute." Like, you can just see that she's trying to be optimistic and she's trying to be positive about it.
I
Like,
got
you
to
could
see
just,
it.
you have got to see it. Cause, like, you know, and then somebody responded and was like, "Oh, like girl, let me see what you actually sent them." And
Yeah.
the stuff on her wish list was fire. It was so good. The stuff that was like actually on her wish list that they sent. And I was like, they did her so freaking dirty.
And they had a chance to redeem themselves, which is even more hilarious. Like, y'all have the internet on your ass right now. Like, y'all
Literally.
could have just given her everything she wanted and just never done it for anyone else, really.
Exactly. And said like, "Hey, because we screwed up, like pick 5 items off of the website."
Right.
Like she got one of the skirts. She like, you could see the joy in her face. She was like, "Oh my god, like I got the skirt that I wanted. Like this is so cute." And then she would open it and she'd be like, you can just
Mm-mm.
see, it's like she looked like she was trying so hard to be subtle, but like she was not doing a great job.
Dude,
And everybody was like, "Girl, we can see it in your face."
they messed up.
They messed up again.
They must be trying to like clear out their
It
warehouse or
had
something.
that was what everybody was saying. They were like, "Girl, they were just trying to clear out some of their stuff that they had for like New Year's
Yes.
last year," kind
Yes.
of vibe.
Yes.
Yeah,
They're getting
dude.
rid of old inventory and they were like,
Yup.
what's a great way? Mystery boxes.
Uh-huh.
Oof, I hate that for her.
Yup.
I can't wait to see that. I need to write that down to Google that.
Yeah. It
Um,
was wild. I was like, that poor girl. She spent probably an arm and a leg because anything with the name boutique slapped on the side of it is going to be expensive.
$50 minimum for any piece of
Facts.
anything. Yeah.
Yep.
Have you seen those really cute robes that have like berry print on them?
No.
The brand is called Jerf Avenue. It's DJERF.
Okay.
I'm gonna look up a print or a picture of this berry print robe. All of the influencers have it. Like Darcy McQueenie has one. Like, I think that's the only person that I can think of that we both know. But the robe is like $150 or
Jeez.
$130. The print, however, is cute AF, okay? Accept all cookies. Yeah, sure, whatever that means.
What does that even
I
mean?
know. It's
Okay, that is cute. But
cute.
$150 cute.
But it has like little raspberries on it.
I could
I
probably find that thing on Shein. Ah!
definitely have it on Shein by now,
Five
100%.
dollars. Five
And you know
dollars.
what? And I probably would buy it.
Period.
But the lady who owns it is named Matilda Jerv. And she's definitely, I feel like, almost like, maybe not prestigious, but like her stuff is like high quality and like they do
Mm.
drops and like things sell out very quickly and like it's hard to get your hands on it, is what it seems like to me. Anyways, she just got exposed for being terrible to all of her like employees. Like 11,
Oh,
mm-hmm, 11 of
no.
her employees have come forward saying they've like faced like harsh treatment from her, being yelled at, being called names, being picked on. And she had to like come on and do this full apology, and it was totally like
Gone.
read like right off a script. Like
Oh, for sure.
it's
Somebody
also,
holding up cue cards behind the camera.
yes, it's also like a Swedish brand, but
Hmm.
I don't know if she's Swedish or like what, but yeah, she is like under a bunch of fire. She had to apologize amid claims of workplace toxicity on the New York Times. That's what the headline is.
Wild.
Now, I think it's funny because in her apology, she accidentally says fart. She like says she misspeaks at some point, and she's like, we're trying to like we're really trying to like take a fart or take apart our processes that were, and rebuild.
Oh, and of course, people are taking that and running with
Yes,
it. Of
yes.
course they are.
I'm trying to see if I can find the TikTok that I saw, but this girl like did like a little parody to it. It's what made me look it up. I'm like, oh my gosh, did she actually really say fart in her apology video
That's
accidentally?
hilarious.
Yeah, so that was some little TikTok tea. Oh my gosh, some TikTok tea. Ooh, also, have you ever seen Alice Elm on your For You page?
No.
I love her. She's like my new favorite influencer. She's
Cute.
she's like this lady. She's an interior decorator, but the way that she talks
Oh,
is
yes. She's like, I've decorated this
yes,
room
in
in
the
a
beautiful colors.
beautiful colors of gold and cream.
Cream.
Ah! I love her
I
so
love.
much. She's like, come with me. And she just like walks like two inches to the right.
Mhm.
I have these decorative, beautiful pillows all along
Mhm.
the bed.
That I have placed. She said debt. Anything th is debt. I have the picture, these pillows that I have placed along the bed,
I
decorated in the
love her.
beautiful colors
I
of gold.
love her.
And the way she says her name, I love it. Alice
Interior
Elm.
Alice Elm,
She like
interior design.
announces, it's just everything about her. I say that because she just popped up on my For You page the second I
Slay
opened.
in the all leather fit. Period. I love her so much.
Period.
Do you know the .5 camera hates to see her
Hates,
coming?
and I'm like, and the person behind the camera when she's doing these tours is always like, it's,
Every
it just adds to
time.
it.
Adds
Like,
to the lore.
yes, it's amazing. So if y'all want someone to follow,
Hey,
please,
if you want somebody for interior design,
Alice Elm.
hit her up, babe.
Okay, this is the video I was talking about. Not Matilda Jerf saying fart instead of fall in her apology video, LMAO.
Shut
She's
up.
wearing the robe.
Oh my god.
She like put like a little spray at the beginning. Like she literally, yeah,
That is the funniest thing in the world.
I know. I'm
Duck
like,
on
and,
it.
and you can tell, and people are kind of unearthing her old videos where she did like an office tour one time, and she went around to each employee and was like, "So, why do you love working here?" And they were like, "Oh, because, I just like love everyone and we all work together really well." And
Yikes.
she's like, "Yeah, it's so great, isn't it?" And they're like, "Yeah."
It's really great. We love it here.
The vibes are just awkward the entire time, and
Duck
so
on it.
it kind of is, I guess, not shocking to some people, but
No kidding.
yeah.
Duck on it.
But I love her freaking robes. I think that berry print is genius. Anything with little fruit on it, so cute.
Love it. Not $150 though. That's kind of insane.
That is a little bit insane.
Like, come on.
That's like one of those things
on
where
it.
I didn't realize until I was an adult how expensive a robe is. Like a nice robe.
Yes. I'm telling you, I have a robe that I use sometimes, but now I'm a big fan of a cardigan. I'm like, I'm just gonna throw on a little cardi and go downstairs and make myself a little cup of joe. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I'm like, I don't want to commit to a full robe.
Yeah. You
Just
were
like-
wearing a really cute cardigan last time we podcasted, weren't you?
Thanks.
It was
I
like
don't
a striped
remember.
one. I remember I complimented you. I was like, oh my gosh,
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
so cute.
I love wearing that to work. Next week, every day for work, I'm wearing a different Christmas sweater.
Oh my
I
gosh.
know. I
We're Where did you get them
I
all?
went to the Bazaar with my mom and Ryan,
Mm-hmm.
and one of their little tents that they had was a vintage Christmas sweater tent. So
Amazing.
literally, like, I was in the racks and I was just grabbing things left and right, and I was like, "Oh my God, these are so cute." They had like denim tops with like embellished like things like, like poinsettias and just like super
Yeah.
tacky, but like you can make it cute kind of thing. And
Yeah.
so I was in my element. I blacked out and I was having a great time.
So you bought five?
I bought six. I
I
think.
love it. I
I
can't
mean,
wait to see.
one of them is like one of the two of them are not very like Christmassy. They're very versatile. Like you can wear it in the winter time, but then like some of them, I think two of them have like a Santa Claus on them or something. Oh, I did buy a
Mm,
vest. One of them was a vest moment, but
cute.
it's so cute.
Please make videos. I know
Oh,
you
I will.
will.
I'm gonna do like an everyday one of those like fit checks every day kind of
Yeah.
thing with my Christmas sweater.
So
Oh,
cute.
well, big fan.
Yes. Can you believe Christmas is less than a week away?
Good Lord, dude. This month is just flown by so freaking fast, and I am going to be so busy. 2025 is going to be so freaking busy for me
Yeah.
with everything.
Just, it's really the wedding mostly, right?
Wedding planning, yeah, wedding planning, moving, the whole nine
Mm.
yards, dude. Like, we wedding talk for a few minutes. Alex and I have toured two venues this month. We've toured two. We have two more.
Mm-hmm.
I have my first bridal appointment, not this Saturday, but next Saturday, to try on wedding dresses. We have the catering meeting next month.
Mm.
We have so many things booked. It's insane.
But like so exciting.
So exciting. Literally so exciting. And I'm trying to do it quickly just because of like, not get married quickly necessarily, but like just have all of the big things booked now
Yeah.
just to get it out of the way. Just so like I can, worry, like plan now to not worry later.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, that's the beauty about being a chronic planner.
Yeah, I love it. How did you like the two venues?
So, I did not realize I did not realize how different all of the venues are in the sense of like what's included and what's not included. Because I
Mm.
remember I made a video recently and I posted on TikTok and somebody commented and was like, "How did you not know this?" And I responded
Mm.
back. I said, "Believe it or not, this is my first time planning a wedding." Crazy, crazy to think. This is my first time being engaged and planning a wedding. Who would have thought? Um, so like some venues they'll offer the tables but not chairs.
What?
Or they'll offer the chairs but not tables.
Oh my gosh,
They're like, "Oh,
okay.
we'll give you the chairs for the ceremony, but we're not giving you. You have to pay extra to have the chairs for the reception." I'm like,
Oh,
"Okay." Some places don't do tablecloths. They're like, "You have the tables and chairs, but like everything else is up to you." I'm like,
okay. At least the tables and chairs, though. Like,
"Valid,"
that's
but
crazy.
at the same time, I'm like, "That's what? Hello." So anyway, so we went to one venue in Charlottesville. It was beautiful. We went to a winery, and so we're bebopping around. However, I did not like the fact that like tasting room is right here and within 2 feet, not even, maybe like 10 feet total. It's like you have tasting room and then you have the venue. They're like right smack dab next to each other.
Mm-hmm.
So all you need, and then they have the tasting room open during a wedding happening.
Oh,
So it's like you could easily, because if you wanted to have your ceremony outside, or if you wanted to have like you wanted to have your reception outside or like something, you could easily have a drifter get curious, or you could have a kid screaming because people apparently bring their kids to breweries and wineries, which I will never understand, but that's neither here or there. So you could have anything. So we're walking around and the venue was beautiful. Like the scenery was great. The place where we would have everything was really really nice and really really pretty. I love the fact that they like where you would eat and where you dance is completely separated. I loved that. So it's not all up on each other.
yeah.
And they were like, so we sat down and we started talking prices and we started talking about like what's included and stuff. And they said, okay, tables and chairs are included, but nothing else. and you have like an arbor. So like if you wanted to do like, some people have like the some people have a cross, some people do like the that arbor, like one that looks like an octagon, like different arbors
Mm-hmm.
or whatever. If you wanted to have one in the background, they're like, and we do have an arbor that you can use, and you have a place to get ready. But like the bridal suite was huge, which I loved because I
Ooh.
was like, okay, great. Like they have vanity style mirrors with the lights, and they have a really cute couch to take pictures of the big window with the beautiful scenery in the background. I was like, okay, this is my vibe. But then you get to the groomsmen suite, and it's like a shack. It's like half. It's like no, it's literally like a shed size with like a couch and a chair.
Oh my gosh.
And Alex and I walked in, and he was like, "I have 6 groomsmen." He was like, "How are we all supposed to fit in here?
Yeah.
Like comfortably and hang out?"
Yeah, they hang in there for a while, don't
Yeah,
they?
yeah. They have like a little bathroom off to the side, and just like a couch and a singular chair, and then a refrigerator. And that's about it.
It's
But
not
then for the
enough.
girls, it's like you have this huge, almost looks like an apartment style room upstairs. So like it was so, and then we like sat down and we started talking about prices, and they're like, you have to use a vendor from this list, like you can't bring in your own person. So I'm like, that's annoying. And then they're like, you have to have a day of coordinator, but we don't provide that. You have to bring your own person. I'm like, okay, so you won't let us bring in outside vendors for food or for everything else, but you don't you say that we can for a coordinator that you don't provide herd. So I have to pay extra for that herd. So, and then just looking at the price for how much it was going to be, me and Alex were both like, look, this was nice. Like y'all were like, we met the owners, like they were the ones who took us on the tour. We left and we were like, this is great, but like, we're good.
Okay, yeah, no.
Afterwards, we were like, this is just like for, $8,500 uh for the reception and some tables and chairs, and that's it. Like nothing else. I'm like, okay, that's too much. That's too much. So then we went on the second tour, and the second tour we liked a lot better because the space was a lot bigger. They had like it was very equal in fairness to the size of like the get ready rooms, and it was almost like a Jack and Jill style. It's like you walk up and there's like a little foyer, and then foyer, whatever,
For
and then
yeah.
a foyer, and you walk to Miss Alice. She's rubbing off on me, but
Miss Alice Elm.
Miss Alice Elm in the foyer. We love this nice lamp and chair. Anyway, so you walk, so you walk up the steps, and then you can veer off to the right, and then there's the room, or you can veer off to the left, and there's another room,
Mm-hmm.
and they're both equal, the same. They're both the same size. Everything's great. So, um, that was nice, and the owners were really cool, and we really liked the fact that like in some venues they're like, oh, you have to put down a 50% deposit now, and then the rest of it like 90 days from your wedding. But this venue is like, they say we'll do a week courtesy hold for free. So if
Oh,
we wanted it, but we just had to like get some money together, we had to do whatever, we could say, hey, can you put this on hold for a week? So they would black out that day for free for us for a week. And
that's
then we
nice.
only need to put down $2,000.
Okay.
And then from there, I think she said like 30 days before your wedding, we need the rest of the money. So I was like, that's really
That
nice
is good.
of
Yeah.
them to do that. Like super nice of them to do that. So Alex fell in love with it. I love it. Like everything's cool. We do have 2 more though. So, and yeah, the lady emailed me, I think like on Monday, she emailed me. She was like, hi, just like wanted to see how y'all are doing. Like, how's the wedding process going? Like if you have any questions, let me know. Like, it was really great to meet y'all. Like, blah, 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 things like that. So
That's sweet.
it was really cool. So yeah,
Yay.
I know.
Okay, for the caterer, how did you pick the caterer?
So I have a family friend who owns a catering business.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked him, I said, hey, just like ballpark, like how much would it be for like buffet style, around 75 people, basic, like a meat, 2 sides, and a salad kind of vibe, like a meat, a side salad, whatever, like super basic here. And he was just like, and he said, don't quote me on it, but then he gave me a number. And I was like, okay, that's actually not too bad. And then at all of the venue tours that we went to, we were all not local. And they
Mm-hmm.
all were like, oh, you live in Richmond? They're like, you need to look at Mosaic. Both of them, 2 completely different an hour apart from each other. They both were like, you need to work with Mosaic.
Okay.
So I said, okay. So I went online and I submitted an inquiry form, and I was like, this is the amount of people that we're having. This is our budget. What can you do for me? And the guy got back with me and he was like, hey, I'd love to sit down and meet you in person. He's like, and we can curate a menu to fit within your budget, which I loved. I
Yeah.
love that. It's like they're not saying, okay, you have to pay X amount of money, blah, blah,
Right.
blah. So that was really cool. But some of these venues, dude, like the wedding industry is a freaking nightmare in the sense of like, they are, you smack wedding in the name and it goes up like 1,000 or $2 or whatever. It's like it's it's insane how expensive some of these places are. So it's like, because when I was looking at venues, I saw Lewis Ginter had a really nice like indoor venue because I want an indoor wedding. I don't want the stress of an outdoor wedding. So I saw Lewis Ginter and I was like, oh, like how, what a cute full circle moment. I was like, how I would love if, I was like, what if we got married at the same place that we got engaged? That's super sweet. So they said that you had to use they have a catering service within the gardens. They're like, you have to use this catering service. I said, fine. So for the most basic meal, hors d'oeuvres, like a like one or two hors d'oeuvres, an entree, a side, and like tea and a coffee station. Guess how much a person they were asking for?
300?
Oh no, that's a lot. $100.
Oh.
I
I'm
was
not
like,
good at
whoa,
guessing.
hello, $100 a person.
So that's
So if
7,000.
75 people said, if all 75 people that we were inviting say they can come, that is $7,500 worth of food
Yeah, that's not.
for the most basic, bottom of the barrel food selections. $100 a head. I said, that's quite literally insane.
That's robbery.
I was like, when I was looking through and when all of the venues were sending me their pricing and like, oh, like here's like a link if you want to book a tour, like blah, blah, blah. I immediately clicked and you can archive things. As soon as I saw that $100, I said archive immediately. Like, nope,
Nope.
archiving that. Like, not even, didn't even give it a second look. Not
Yeah, that's
at
crazy.
all.
Because that's how much like a venue is, like $7,500 or something,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah. The second venue that we looked at was less
right.
expensive than the
Oh,
freaking food.
okay, great.
I'm like, perfect.
That doesn't
Great.
make any sense.
Right? I'm like, oh, but at the second venue, I can bring in my own vendor. I can
Yeah.
bring in my own everything. Except for, that makes sense. Yep.
How much was it just to have it at Lewis Ginter?
Oh, God.
Like, did they even tell you that?
I think it was like 85, like 885 or something like that.
Oh my gosh. And then 7,500
On
plus
top
for the
of
food.
that, for the food. And then you have to keep in mind for like decorations and, things like that. It's just, oh, God, that's insane. Absolutely insane.
Wow.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Well, peace be with you on this journey.
No kidding.
My
No kidding.
gosh. So
I'm
you have
hoping,
two more venues coming
yes, I'm hoping to have the date and the venue by the end of the month.
up? Ooh, okay.
Fingers crossed.
I love it. You are like putting in overtime.
Putting in work, babe.
Getting it
Putting
done.
in freaking
But
work.
it makes sense. Like, stress now to not stress later.
Exactly. I don't want to procrastinate. I don't understand the concept of a long engagement. A lot of people do it because they're like, oh, we can't afford to get married right now, but we just wanted to be engaged. And so, like, we're going to save up to have the dream wedding. I'm like, that I understand. But just like, the amount of people that were like in my comment section being like, you're moving way too quick. Like, you need to chill. You need to relax and enjoy your engagement. I'm like, okay, well, my timeline is a lot different. I'm like, I am doing all of this planning to keep in mind of our timeline that we have going. Because we sat down and we were like, when do we want to get married? Like,
Yeah.
what makes sense for us? We found a time that makes sense for us, and it happens to be in less than a year. So that means that, like, things that I should have taken care of 2 months ago, I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
So that's why we're in maximum overdrive over here.
Maximum overdrive.
Yes.
I love it. I mean, at the end of the day, it's your wedding. Like, whatever. These people are
Oh,
ridiculous.
I know. It's insane. It's so stupid.
No thanks. No thanks.
No, thank
Okay,
you.
well, I'm about to go put together a little girl dinner of sorts. I don't know
I
what I
love
have,
that for
but we're just gonna
you.
go mix and match at
Good.
10:30.
Hey, that's okay.
Dude, I've been like having like late nights. I was on the ball. I was like going to bed at like 10, 11 every
Oh,
night. I'm
wow.
back to like 1 a.m.
Oof.
minimum.
Oof.
Not good.
I kind of want a little snack, but at the same time, I've already eaten dinner, so I should probably just go to bed.
What'd you have for dinner?
I had the little soup dumplings from Trader Joe's. I
So
did.
good.
I had that in a little side salad.
Oh, yum.
It was perfect.
I think it's about time I go to Trader Joe's
Good
tomorrow.
choice.
I feel like when I grocery shop, I always have to like also to feel really complete. I have to go to both. I have to go grocery shop at Aldi, and then I have to go to Trader Joe's and like get a few items.
Like fun things.
Yes, fun things, fun frozen meals, fun snacks, and then I feel complete.
If you next time you go to Trader Joe's, it's like this chicken verde rice bowl in the
Yum.
frozen section. Oh my god, it was so good.
Really?
Yes, I have to find the actual picture and send it to you. My dad told me about it, and he was like, "You gotta go get it." And I tried it one night, and I was like, "Dare I
Damn.
say?" Yeah, literally, I was like, "Okay, like what?" And like it has like, wow, it
So
had
good.
like, it had like the chicken was like a shredded rotisserie chicken kind of vibe.
Oh, I'm done. I'm sold. I'm
Y'all,
sold.
it was already cooked and everything. Oh
Oh
my
my
god. So
god.
basically all you had to do was just heat it up. And it had like melted cheese and like verde salsa. You just
Yum.
mix that bad boy up. Imagine putting that in like a burrito
Oh, I'm
or like some
so
tacos or
hungry.
something. Daggone, dude.
Do you do the chicken soup dumplings or the pork?
I do the chicken.
Okay, yeah, me too.
I do the chicken. I did the vegetable ones to try it and I don't like them.
Yeah, they're mid.
They're very meh. I ate them anyway because I was hungry. But I was like, I tried the first one and I was like,
Like, oh, I should have got chicken.
yeah, I was like, tack on it. And I was like, now I gotta eat all six. I was
Yeah.
choking it down by the last one. I took a bite and I was like, you
Mm.
know what I mean?
Yeah, no, the chicken is so superior.
Superior. The pork have too much ginger in it. I can't do it.
Oh, really? I haven't tried them.
Yeah, it's like pork and ginger or something like that.
Mm.
I can't
Overpowering,
remember.
huh?
Yeah, it's too much. I'm like, I love ginger, but I'm like, oh, that's all I taste is the ginger.
Mm.
But the chicken ones are elite.
I'm definitely adding that chicken verde bowl to my
Add
list.
to the cart. I'll
You
find a
just changed my
photo.
life.
Yeah, I'll find a photo and send it to you because it's so good.
Okay, Queen.
Yeah, this was
Well,
nice.
yes, this was nice to catch up. We love
For
you
sure.
guys. We hope you enjoyed listening or watching if you're potentially on our YouTube.
You should be. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. All right, y'all. Peace out.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.